One of my nieces was in there. But guess what she was? She was my guard. You see? So that was and she had to do her job. You know, when she came in there, take your damn feet off the bunk. You know? Things like that. My own niece. I want to whoop her ass. I ain't gonna lie to you. We were working and we drive trucks across country. And we were stopping at the Pilot in, that was Jackson, Mississippi, close by Gulfport. And we were just stopping there. And actually the police and the troopers and the sheriffs were together that day. And they were doing searches. But when they searched our name and ran it in a database, they didn't see anything at first. So we got to be let go down the road. The next exit is a truckload of them behind us, and they're stopping us all of a sudden. And they said to my fiancé at the time, you have a warrant out for grand larceny back in Louisiana in Baton Rouge. And he's like, well, why they didn't come to my house? I just went to court 30 days ago, which I'm a witness to that. He had went to court 30 days ago, and no one arrested him or anything. So they say, yeah, I'm for sure. You have a warrant out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So they said, can we search your truck? And we're like, yes, you know, at the time. But at the time, we were like a little silent too. So when they searched the truck, to make a long story short, they found 13 hydrocodone, which is on the street name Lortel. And also, they had found marijuana and Xanax. And at that time, I was just thinking like, what is the best decision can we make? He was panicking. He was saying, my career's over, my career's over. I said, your career's not over. And I was like, I'll just take the charges. Because at the time, he was on the clock. I wasn't. So I was like, he has the career. He's working right now. I'm not, you know, so he can pay, you know, the fees and stuff. So I took the charges, and we both ended up going to jail. And when I took the charges, they said that the next morning I was arraigned in court in Mississippi, Harrison County, 99% conviction rate, 99% maximum security. So I went from living outside in the world to doing the things I wanted to do to being told when to eat in my cell from 3 in the evening to the rest of the night. Only could come out in the morning until 3 that evening. And I was like, man, Lord, what should I do, you know? And the judge arraigned me that morning. He said, you have 3 felonies that you're facing, and your bond is set at $31,000 and some cents. So I'm like, man, what am I gonna do? I just kept saying, man, what am I gonna do? So as I was in the cell, I say, well, the hydrocodone that they're charging me for, I have paperwork on because of my ankle and everything, and I have a prescription on it. But I didn't have it on me at the time. They were out, so I got charged. And that happened on May 17th of 2017. I bonded out in 2 days, and I came back. I had to go to my uncle's house in Gulfport. And he's like, you okay, you okay? When the bondsman dropped me off, I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. And he travels back to Baton Rouge to drop me off at home. So I was on bond the whole time. Comes December the 28th of 2017, me and my significant other got into it, and a woman called the police on us. And he's like, the police arrived, and the police automatically, they didn't search him or anything. They were like, you come here. Because they asked me my name first, and they ran my name, and they seen that I had the fugitive warrant out of Jackson, Mississippi. My bail bondsman behind my back had done, denied my bond, and everything. Didn't never tell me anything or anything, just denied my bond and took it off of me. Luckily, I wasn't at the same address that year. I had moved by then to another place, so they would have been and caught me, but I had moved. But I didn't know I had this warrant on me. And he was like, put your hands behind your back. He never said that he had said the warrant or anything. He said, let me search your pockets because of what my charges were. You know, so he was searching my pockets. And he didn't find anything. So I was explaining to him that I shouldn't have a warrant. He said, well, if you don't have a warrant, they're going to we're going to call Mississippi. If Mississippi say to let you go, we'll let you go. And maybe you can learn from this experience. And I'm like, well, learn from one experience. I didn't know I had a warrant. So they take me to jail in Baton Rouge at East Baton Rouge Parish Prison. And I was arraigned in there the next day. And they said that you have a bond of $50,000. If you don't want to pay the bond, you could, you could pay the bond and waive extradition. I say, no, I don't want to waive extradition. I'm not about to pay you $50,000 and still have to deal with Mississippi. So, make a long story short, they said, if Mississippi don't come and get you in 30 days, you can go home. I stayed in there the whole time. The whole time I stayed there, and it was horrible. Going from your own room to a cell with 61 beds and bunks, and everybody's in the same cell. There are spider webs coming out of the shower, spiders running every time you run the water. There's snakes on the top of the shower and everything. You know, your hygiene and everything is going from this to this. You know, you're basically washing out the same pair of underwear that you come in there with until the time you leave. Your socks also, and your suit. And I kept telling, I have a family member that's the nurse there, and she said, she kept asking me, why are they still holding you here? You should have been gone home, you know, what is wrong with Mississippi? And the whole time, like, I don't know what's going on with Mississippi. They're not telling me anything or anything. So they just said, if Mississippi don't come and get you on the 30th day, we're gonna let you go. Okay, so I sat there and I sat there. Actually, I sat in there 32 days, because come the 32nd day, which they would hold you in the cell and everything, lock you down. We didn't see any outside like that. We went outside maybe once out of every 2 weeks. And it's basically a whole bunch of drunk. Females can't live together. So we're all in the same cell. It's fighting, it's stabbing, it's throwing feces, and everything. You know, they would turn the air up on us. If you didn't clean up, the air was turned up high to where you'd be so cold you couldn't sleep and everything. And the lights stayed on, and you would woke up, which they would call crossover, from 4 a.m. And then you would have chow at 11, which is early. And by 4, you done ate all 3 meals. So at night, if you didn't make store, you were starving. So I stayed there, and comes this day, the 31 day, they say, LaToya Brumfield, everybody was going outside for the first time within the 2 weeks. And they say, LaToya Brumfield, pack your bags. You're being released. Okay, I'm thinking I'm going home. You know, I'm released, yay, I'm going home. I done gave everybody my store. You know, I'm going home. So they say, when I got up there to get my clothes, they say, Get your clothes on, and this your sack that you came in with, your clothes, this your card, and Mississippi is waiting out there on you. Whoa, my heart dropped from here to here. I'm like, whoa, let me call somebody, let me talk to somebody, because I'm finna leave here, and I gotta go to Mississippi, and don't nobody know. So, here it is, I'm waiting, and I'm waiting, I got my clothes on. They packed my, they didn't let me take anything. They took everything from me. You're gonna eat these 2 sandwiches and these 4 cookies on the way there. You know, that's what they gave me, and the juice, which was out of date. So, on the way there, we stopped in Tangipahoa Parish. We had to pick up a guy that was convicted of rape. And I'm in the same seat with this guy. You know, we both riding together. They didn't care. They even stopped at the store and left us both in there together. And so I'm like, man, we both got on cuffs. And this guy is questioning me. He's asking me questions at the same time. I'm panicking. I'm like, both. I'm in cuffs. He talking about shanking stuff up before he get there, because he's charged. You know, if you do anything like that, or you kill a child or a woman, they're coming after you when you get in jail. So We drove 180 miles to Jackson, Mississippi. Then we get to Gulfport, Harrison County, and there, when you get in there into the intake, they're like, you have any STDs or anything? I'm like, no. I've had my shots, check your records. You know, I just left the facility, you just picked me up. You know, you have my records because you picked me up, you should have my records. So she said, yes, you're in good health, you know. I stayed in that cell, intake 14 hours before I was able to make one call. My mug shot looked so horrible when I finally did contact my significant other, my sister. They were like, we didn't know where you was at. We didn't know where you was at. We seen that you had got out of there, but they never told us where did you go, you know. And she said, I could tell by your mug shot that you're pissed, my sister, which I was, because it's sort of like a watery eye, wearation and everything, because I know now it's time in Mississippi, Harrison County, it's a 99% conviction rate. You are not going to go home. Either you're going to drug court, or you're going on probation, or you're going to jail. And the woman that I had, Dotson, they call her the woman of time. She believes in giving time. So I'm sitting there, I'm arguing with my lawyer. I called him, which he was a lawyer and a judge there. Okay, because that's how those counties work. They're, you know, everybody's, you know, at least doing 2 to 3 jobs as you work in the court system. So, and at that time, he's the Johnny Cochran of Harrison County. Shout out to Philip Whitman. He's a good lawyer. Even though I was panicking and I was fussy because I had to stay in there so long, which was up to a year. And that it ended up being, and I kept telling him, I gave you the money, I gave you the paperwork, why in the hell you still got me sitting here? You know, I'm like, it's getting serious now. And he said, well, kill me, Toya, kill me, just kill me. Because I can't make a move and you can't make a move either. I say, I want out of here. I'm not this type of woman. I was giving away my food every day. I was telling them, they were saying, you might as well get comfortable. I said, I'm not getting comfortable here. This is not my life. This is not what I planned for my life.
Your lawyer told you that?
No, the Cellies was telling me that. He was like, I'm going to get you out of there. I'm going to get you out of there. Months passing by. The girl that was over our cell block, she was in there for murder. Thank the good Lord. She came up right before me, a month before me, and her co-defendant ended up telling the truth, and she had been there 5 years, and she ended up getting released off the charges. And everybody was telling me stories where your lawyer, such and such had him, and he or she still got time, you know. So I was panicking because they was telling me never bad stories, just telling me bad stories. And he said, I promise you, I'm gonna get you out of there, I'm gonna get you out of there. And it was like, they never told me it was a charge called pass through the files. Those girls was just telling me bad things. They never heard of nothing that they were introducing to me. So I finally went to court. He said, you got court. I took down my hair, I did it up, and in Mississippi, if your jumpsuit is tight, that's a charge. So I asked the head of the laundry to make sure my suit was loose and that I looked good for the judge, you know. Which I really do live a good hygiene life. I'm not that type of person, you know. I went to college and everything. It's just a coincidence that happened, and I got caught up, and I took the decision to take someone else's charge and let them have a life and a career, which he helped me. He paid all my fees and everything. And it worked out good for me anyway, because even though I had to stay in jail that long, in prison that long, and in Harrison County, y'all, any kids out there or anything, you don't want to try it because the cells are closed in. You have no walls. You have no windows. When you go outside, you're going inside to our outside. The roof is missing. You don't see the outside world. You're behind walls.
So you're just looking up at the sky? You're
looking up in the sky, yeah. You don't have no outside.
I only got to go outside like that for every 2 weeks?
Every 2 weeks. To also at Harrison County. It was a privilege. And then it was so boring and so locked down, we used to go to church. Everyone was going to church, even people that didn't want to go to church. But it's in another room just to see the outside of the cell block. You wanted to get out, you know. And when I would go to church, And I would go to the little meetings, but you have to wait a certain amount of time for the being there to go to those type of churches or meetings. Meaning you have to be in there at least 3-4 months before you can start doing any type of activity. And if you were, it's not like Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge is better because you get credit for time served. You know, if you're every day in Baton Rouge, a day means 2 days. You see, but when you go to Mississippi, you're not getting no days off if you're a trustee, unless you're a trustee. That's your time. Here, we pay for trustees. We do pay them a percentage in Louisiana. In Mississippi, they don't do that. If you're a trustee, then that's when you get a day for a day, you know, 2 days for 1 day. You have to become a trustee to do this. A trustee is someone who's over the cell, picks up the laundry, picks up the plates. When child comes in, collects it at the door, roll the straight out, give everybody a child, and then when it's done, they pull it back. Okay, and help you out. That's how I went in Mississippi. But in Louisiana, a trustee has a certain day that they have contact visits. Their family members could bring in McDonald's or whatever they want for them. And it's 2 days for 1 day. And their food is better. We actually serve good home cooked meals in Louisiana. In Mississippi, everything is out of date. Everything is slop. The salami was sriracha. That's what we called it. They would feed you. Apple juice was dated a year or something back. You know, if you didn't have your own store, you were screwed. You were screwed. And actually,
your own store, you mean your own
like your canteen, what you order that week, you had to have money on your books to get it. You know, and by the grace of the good Lord, my significant other, he kept my books straight. You know, to where I was able to make calls. They were like, you have unlimited calling. I'm like, you have a cell phone. No, I don't. My books are straight enough. And he signed up for this thing where I was getting half of them out for calls. Because calls are like, it can go up to $15 a minute. You know, it was that excruciating. It was ridiculous, you know. So he did that. He researched that to get that and pay and keep it up, you know. So each one of my calls will last at least 15 minutes. So when I get on the phone, I can do at least an hour for like $12, which wasn't that bad compared to that. Yeah, but when I was in Louisiana, it's a whole nother ball game. I could get an hour I can get 15 minutes for $2. So my hour would be cheaper, you see. In Louisiana, I did some trustee jobs, you know, rolled people to the front for checkout. I got to see the outside, is what I'm telling you. People that were sick, that were in jail, I got to roll them up to the front for them to be released. I would help them and everything. I got to go to court a lot. You know, I got the experience through the jail. When the guys here, I guess because women are so evil towards each other, and when they get mad, you can't trust them fixing the food. So the guys fix the food here, and they roll it to the middle of the sidewalk from their dome to our dome, and us as women, we collect it. Yeah, we collected. And here you have a chance to go to the meetings. They do classes here. Mississippi wasn't up to date to that, and I brought that to their attention, and they actually changed it while I was there. Because I was like, you don't have any type of classes to let these girls get on their feet. You're not doing no type of rehabilitation. You're not doing no type of classes in order for you to get your GED. You got to be here a year. It shouldn't be like that. So they changed it up while I was there, because I voiced in my opinion. I said, by the time, I say, someone must have heard me, because if you was in jail and need some money, you could start going to get your GED. A lot of them couldn't read. Most women that are in jail by drugs. Drugs led them to do whatever they did. You see what I'm saying? So I didn't want to, I was already mad about that, because it's like I'm a statistic, you know. Like I'm one of them, but I'm not. I just actually took a charge for somebody else so they can keep bettering themselves. And I kept praying and praying and praying, and I would do this. They were doing the Jericho walk, but they were on drugs. They were playing, so I didn't participate in that. And he's got me BR this, BR that, because I'm in Mississippi, you know. And they were actually, they call it gay for the stay. I wasn't doing gay for the stay. Yeah, meaning that you had to have sex with them or be with them, and you know that's what we're gonna do in here, you know. But we ain't doing that in here with me. In Louisiana, I actually got into it with someone behind it. She was missing an eye, and she said, "You gay? You gay?" That's how her eye was. So I covered up my eye, and I said, "No, I ain't gay. I ain't gay." And I said, she got the mouth and all, but you know, I actually, for my time in Louisiana, I actually researched these girls before I even had to you know, have it out with them. And I said, I'm not being gay. And the guard came, the guard said, which one of y'all want to move to the celly? Because, you know, Yolanda is what I'm going to call her. You can't go to the cell because you done had a fight. They done beat you up in every cell block you done been in. I said, I ain't being beat up in every cell block, so you can move me, Sarge, if you want. I said, the same thing gonna go down. So she had all these girls in the cell being her minion. She had been there long, but she was there because of prostitution, because of drugs. Her bond was only $400. So I'm like, why are you still in here if you know, you this and that? At $400, I got a hold on me. I have to be here. So I would have been out if I had a bond. You know, I'd have been out. As you can see, the first time I bonded out if I had a bond, you know. So $400, but it was because she was homeless. She was drugging. It was cold during just the month of January, you know.
She comfortable in there.
Yeah, she comfortable in there. And she got these little girls doing what she say do. And they're 18 in there for murder. One was 19 and she was in there for over 52 counts of fraud. These girls were facing long time. They were facing some long time. One girl was in there for cutting her baby neck, telling them that Jesus told her to do it. They had a lot of psychological problems. By the time I got through with jail, I finally realized that I was sent there to do a job for him. And it was to tell them that it's another way. Because they were saying, she all biblical, she this, she that. And I'm like, I'm not, you're going to see. It's going to hit you back in your face. Because karma doesn't have a time, a day. She doesn't care. She comes when she wants. And when she comes, she does what she wants. And nothing you can do to stop it. So some of that is stuck in a lot of girls' head. Some of them was getting, you know, they said they wanted to be clean. They started going to classes. Once Mississippi had changed up, and I'm really serious, Mississippi will tell you that, Harrison County will tell you that LB stopped a lot of the restrictions they had. Those girls was on more restriction than Louisiana. Louisiana girls, since they have so much leeway, a little bit, they're not trustworthy more than the Mississippi girls were. Mississippi girls were a little more trustworthy. They were. Everything we did in Mississippi, we kind of like did it together if we had to, you know. In Louisiana, you couldn't do that. You had to play an eye for an eye, you know. They were saying, in Louisiana, they were saying I was a rat. But I told them, see, I said, karma, when I get out of here, I'm not going to fight you in here because I'm not trying to stay here. See, you want to fight in here. But when I get home, it's going to be another story. And sure enough, as soon as I got out of jail, I saw a couple of them. One ran from me. And a lot of them that was saying that I was a rat because I was getting called to the front a lot. But it wasn't because I was a rat. It's because I kept getting fingerprinted. And I kept getting told, you know, that this day is going to be this day. They come in this day in Harrison County. I wasn't a rat. Never a rat. And so the girls that were saying I was a rat, guess what? I went to court with her cousin. She was a co-defendant of hers. And she said she ratted on me and got me 4 years. You see, it's karma. It was karma coming back to back for them when I got out of jail. And they still see me to this day. So back to the track of the story, when I got to Mississippi, I did all of that time. I ended up with a new seller. She was cool. Her brother actually owns the store here in Louisiana in Baton Rouge for LSU. And I met her. She was coming from jury court. She told me her story. So I actually got nervous again because she was like, your charge is a drug and Dotson doesn't play that and you're going to drug court. And drug court in Mississippi is horrible. You go, it's like jail within jail, okay? It's like a freeway, okay? You go and they put you in this jail. They put you in this jail, and for drug court, they put you in this jail, but it's like a home, okay? But you're getting searched every day you come from work, because you either worked it at a Sonic or a Burger King. And they expect you not to smoke cigarettes, but the drug house is right across the street from it. So you're actually putting me into the real world, and you're telling me that, you know, I shouldn't come back dirty. I'm going to work. You know I smoke cigarettes, so you're telling me I shouldn't come there with cigarettes. I shouldn't smoke. It's like they will put it in your face, but when to tempt you. And those girls was telling me those horrible stories. Actually, she got something back, and she actually finished. But she said that had been her 6th time going to drug court. A lot of girls that were there in Mississippi with me had come back, got rejected from drug court, either from getting caught with cigarettes or drugs, and they come on back. And 3 of those girls got time. They send you up to Pearl, Mississippi, which they call rankers. And they said everyone up there is on drugs. The guards and everything are with the funny bunny stuff. They're shooting each other with turkey needles. With the drugs, the guards are bringing it in there. And they call it Black Sunday, when you're never going home. So they call it Black Sunday. And one woman was Black Sunday. She had killed her husband by poisoning him. But you had her doing our gardening. She was right. She bought our guard card and everything. She was doing our gardening. Oh, just like Louisiana. At the time I was in there, they had this woman serving our drinks. And I'm like, what's she in here for? You say she been in here a long time. She ain't never come home. Oh, she poisoned both of her husbands. Well, she fixing my damn drink, you know? She might poison the hell out of me, you know? It's just that the prison system is so messed up. The things that these people do out here, you don't watch what type of job you give them when they get in the penitentiary, you know? Just like one of the women in Louisiana, you said she killed her co-worker. I mean, her business partner is what they call it. But you got her out. She's a trustee. Everything, handling all our paperwork and everything. I'm like, hell no, I'm not doing none of it. I'm not even gonna let you test me or none of that. Don't even mess with me. You test me for your AIDS or whatever you had to do, and I was negative, okay? But as far as your other tests go and everything of getting in y'all system, I'm not doing it. Because it's like you're a hypocrite to me with that. Because you arrest them for it, and then you put them back in charge. So while you're letting them be trustees and overcharged, they're over these girls, just like the girl that was convicted of murdering and robbery. You let her be a trustee, and everybody that comes in new, she wants the cigarettes, you know, or she wants what they have done snuck in there. But finally, after I left, she got caught, and y'all transfer her then, you know, stuff like that. In Rankers, in Mississippi, when they send you to prison, those girls would jack you off the bed, whatever they have to do to get you. Is you with their posse or you're not. Actually, a girl died, and because one girl wanted to tell what happened to her, they told her, we're not going to release you in Mississippi if you tell the story. In Rankers.
Yeah. The people that actually work in jail.
Right.
They were telling her that.
Right, they told her she was getting ready to get released. The one was laying there in blood. She seen it. And they were like, if you tell what happened, we're not going to release you. Just like in Louisiana, they're both the same. They had this woman, she blew her husband's head off on an airline. And she was a nurse at the Lake Hospital. And she's a good woman. And he was beating her. And she finally got a gun and blew his head out when he was beating her. But he had been doing this. Y'all saw bruises on her and everything, but you still convicted her. And she had been in there 5 years. And she's like, y'all crying over a little petty time. I've been here 5 years. And she was actually way elderly than their nurse. At the time, she was like 55. And she used to dress her bed up as a coffin every night. No one could touch it. As a coffin. But you have the guards and the inmates tell this woman, the guards, every guard in there didn't like her because she blew her husband's head off. The women guards, They were treating this woman wrong, and they knew she had a catheter in her heart. She had to be going to Lady to the Lake every morning for 6 in the morning, and they would check her heart. And she never got out of line with them or anything. Because of her charge, they treated her like shit. It was another woman, because of her charge, because she starved her child, every time she passed through the line with her food, they would knock it on the floor and say, that's how you did your child, you don't eat today. You know. So it's a bunch of stuff that you go through as an inmate, depending on your charge. And in Mississippi, they were saying, get back to that, they was kept on saying, every time I would get a cell, they was saying the horrible stories of what you could face and what's going on. So one of my cellies, I got into it with her because she was down there early one morning, everybody else was still asleep, you know, and it was our time to go out because the top goes out from 7 a.m. to 3, then you go back in, and you're in there for the rest of the day. So whatever you had to do, whatever you had to get, unless child is after that time, you're in that cell the whole time. So you better have some cards. I would have cards and play, you know, with myself certain games. I would read the Bible, a lot of writing in a diary. I had snacks and stuff, or either me and my cellie, we would get together and we would play or whatever. So one of my cellies got released to another part of Mississippi. She had another charge, and another one comes in. And she's down there saying how they want me. If you know want me, you know what I'm saying. They want me as girl and girl. She was telling the girls down there that was out because they knew her from, they had been in jail. That's why I say every woman that's in jail, drugs led them there. They're going 4 or 5 times, 6 times, you know. They don't care. Do this time, come back out, do this time again. They never learn. Looks like it, you know. So that's why I say Mississippi needs to update their, you know, way of rehabilitating them. Because they're getting no rehabilitation. Whereas you can see now since 2017, how many cases have you seen in Mississippi where it's neglect and everything? You've seen it, it's worldwide. Even the top stars have jumped into that.
What was the facility that you were at in Mississippi that you're telling us about now?
Harrison County. Harrison County.
But you said, okay, you got a new Sally, she was telling you that.
She was telling other females downstairs, and I'm hearing one girl come tell me, Sally from down the way that I knew, and we were cool. She was saying, Ew, she down there telling them girls that she wants you, and they want you. So I said, they want me. I done strapped up I done put my slippers on and everything, my little Crocs, because they give you Crocs. I done walked down there. I'm tasting the damn stairway long. Anybody been in Sahara County, you know they got that long ass hallway, and that stairway is long. Boom, 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 boom. I got down there. I said, which one you want me? Strip me fucking naked now. Strip me naked. Somebody gonna die today. And the sergeants and the guard, because you know, it's like a big dome, but they're in the control room. And it's like 2 guards up there. The guards get a kick out of what's going on. You can tell because they just sit there and let it go on, and then they don't come in until things get serious. Just like the guard came in there and beat my, she wasn't next to us, she was next to that. And she was on lockdown. When you're on lockdown in Mississippi, they just lock you in that cell all day. And you come out once a week to take a shower. That's how they do you. And she got the best of the guard. And the guard took her mic with the other guard once the other guard came and beat her head up and stuff. So she actually sued them when she got out. She got out 1 week before me. She was from Alabama. And they just do dirty things. They participate in that mess. They love, yeah, the guards, they love that. They're even, most guards that are in women jails are gay. And they have to have sex changes and everything. You wouldn't even know it because several of them, they had sex changes. I didn't even know there was a woman. Till my sellers would tell me, you know, she just had a sex change, you know, or whatever, you know, and they really did happen. And so when they did that, I got on them. I didn't get in trouble for it. I guess the guards wanted to see who I was, you know. And I didn't get in trouble for it. No, they didn't move. They didn't do me anything. But I made sure to get that point straight. You know, it's no right. I'm straight, and I'm gonna be straight. You know, I don't know what you going through. You say you married on the outside of the world, but you in here, you licking and bubble her. A bunch of girls in jail have caught HIV, herpes, different types of diseases for having sex with them. You know, they would sneak and be in the cell. They'll leave a little gap in the cell once the guard open it, especially in Mississippi, and sneak in the next one's cell. How they do that, squeeze their bodies through it, and sneak in the cell with them and sleep that night with them. So it was going on. And but they guards would find out too. When they get mad with each other, and they see one going with the other one, they'll say, well, she got this shit. I need to go get tested early in the morning before she bring me that. And I'm like, you already have herpes, so what worse could you get? It's not curable like that, you know. And a lot of girls we had a sick in Louisiana and Baton Rouge. You kind of like knew who was different, you know, who had things. Mississippi's all mingled in. You don't know. But in Louisiana, you know, because you knew that if you was on the B block, that was really the heaviest medication line, which was a lot of HIV and herpes due to drugs.
So in the Baton Rouge, when they had people kind of basically sectioned off with their medical needs?
Right, because that block there is not sectioned off. They don't do it on purpose. I'm not going to say that. What it is that they don't put that cell as cold as the other 3 blocks. Because that cell needs to not run that much because they have AIDS, sugar diabetes, sickle cell. I got to give a shout out to my state. We're the only state that really do dialysis or anything. They don't in the other states. Louisiana do. You're either going to DCI when you get your time, or St. Gabriel. Most of the sick ones are going to DCI. Dixon, you know, that's where your health gets taken care of if you have AIDS or anything. Or either they'll just let you do your time in parish, but you get tired of that, so they have to move you around. If you get what I'm saying, they'll move you around. They'll transfer you, which I was dreading. Because the first week I got there, like Thursday's transfer day. They don't let you use no phone. Including Mississippi, they don't let you use no phone. When they have a prison run, to court or anything, okay, say for instance, the ones that are going from jail to the prison on Tuesdays and Thursdays, which is whether it's males or females, you're not using that phone. They don't want you calling home or anything. You're not going to use nothing. And it goes for everybody. It's I guess Mississippi has this to where they think you can make a call and get the van that they're shipping the inmates in on the road stopped and shoot it up or whatever they think that you may do. But on Tuesdays and Thursdays, you will not use that phone. Same thing with Louisiana. Transfer day shuts you down. That's Thursday. Sometimes on a Monday or Tuesday, they got so many in. And they were like, they might transfer you, girl. I say, they can't transfer me. I belong to Mississippi. So when you belong to another state, they don't transfer you from parish. They keep that hold on you and let them come get you from there. It's against the law. But if you wasn't and you were charged here, oh, you're going to Riverbend, Ochita, Coachella, what's the other one name? Raven, Rayville, and that's a dungeon. Allen, you know, you're going somewhere different, man or female, you know, because it gets crowded. So they have to transfer, or you starting too much confusion, or you don't want to be here, you know, you want to smoke cigarettes, you know, you got to go to another jail because East Baton Rouge Parish don't allow you to smoke. But if you get transferred to Uchita, you can get a pack of cigarettes, you know. So a lot of girls was like, hell, they gonna transfer me. Because I'm ready to get up out of here. I need me a cigarette. Pregnancy is bad. When you're pregnant, even in parish, it's bad. I'm going to tell you a horrible story. One of my cellies, she stayed on top of me in parish. And she had just had her baby. But the way she had her baby was horrible. She got in labor. She had so much blood everywhere. They never came. When they finally did came, she had to have that baby natural. It busted her up. And actually my relative was the only one to see about her, because she was the nurse. And she was facing a lawsuit because of that. They never came, they never checked on her, the baby busted her up, blood was everywhere. It was us as Cellies, you know, to help her with her blood and everything. It was everywhere. They didn't care. And believe you me, when she had her baby, you come back, you get no pain medicine. They're gonna keep you 1 or 2 days. You get no pain medicine or anything. You're gonna cross over at 4 a.m. in the morning. You don't give a damn if you just came there. You're gonna cross over for roll call. Okay? Busted up and everything. They do not care. So for the ones who think it's a game, I'll tell you again, make sure you want to try this before you try this, because it's not, trust me, and I have more stories to tell. Just wait, that's not the end of it. Nighttime, now you know you pregnant, you hungry as hell. Nighttime come, you either getting it's called diabetics and pregnancy women get the same meal, which is a sandwich. One sandwich, 1 or 2 sandwiches. Sometimes that sandwich had meat, sometimes that sandwich had just ketchup. Okay? That is how you're getting treated in jail. Whether it's Mississippi or not, they're the same way. So your ass is gonna starve, basically.
Don't even have meat on the sandwich, you tell?
No meat, ketchup. Eat that.
A ketchup sandwich.
That's right, ketchup. And they didn't care about your prenatal care and care about that. You know, they're in there, the girls was hollering and everything about the baby hurting them. They can't move, anything. It's no type of prenatal really when you're in jail and you're pregnant. Until you get to your last month, they may come see you more, let the doctor see you more, but they basically have to shackle your leg. And that's another thing. When you're going out for a doctor visit or court, you're shackled from feet to hand. Those shackles hurt like hell, like hell. It's like things stabbing you. All the time, you're shackled from head to toe, okay? And you don't get to see your baby, guys. You see your baby an hour, and your family just take the baby. You have no bondage with the baby, you know? It was horrible. A lot of girls got treated like that. A lot of girls, the state took their baby. Like one of my aunts, she was on heroin. So bad to where they had to take her every morning at 5 o'clock to go get Suboxone every morning, because she was such a heroin addict. And the baby was already hooked on heroin. So, that, like I said, Louisiana do that for you. But Mississippi, oh, your ass is gonna detox. You're gonna be sick as a dog. Girls were shitting on themselves in the corners. They were detoxing just that bad. You know, just that bad. Feces everywhere. They couldn't even feel themselves shitting because they were on heroin and stuff. Most of my seller, she was 21 at the time. I was 31 at the time. She looked like she was damn 61. She thought I was younger than her because of the myth. It had that ate all the skins in her face and everything. You know, it's horrible. Pregnancy in jail, you just wouldn't want to do it. Girls were busted. They don't care. You're going to still work. You're going to still do your laundry. You're going to still make up your damn bed. It's no sympathy for you in jail when you're pregnant. It's horrible. Like I said, most of those girls the ambulance don't even make it in there to them. You're basically damn near going to damn near die trying to have a baby in jail. At the end of y'all, after all the praying and all the experiences I had, I was scared, I was traumatized. And when I say, when you pray and you ask the good Lord for a favor, it happens. Because my fiancé, you know, I had to call him because he can't call because I don't have my own phone. You using their phone, you're going to call yourself. So I called him, he said, good news, baby. You know you go to court. I say, when? It was Monday. They said, Thursday you go to court. And I was happy as hell. I went to court. I got my cells, I got dressed and stuff. I went to court. They shackled me from head to feet. And I went to court and the judge said, my lawyer seen me first and he hugged me. He said, you ready to go home? I said, ready to go home and go home today? He said, yeah. Actually, they were waiting on the time for her, the judge that I had, to get sick. So I wouldn't see her to get the charges. You see what I'm saying? So they called it pass it through the files. They said, the lawyer told me, said, I finally she got sick, Dotson got sick. But I had to wait till my friend get up there so you wouldn't be facing any time. We're gonna pass your charges through the file. Pass it through the file in Mississippi for those guys who do not know. Meaning you're not gonna get in trouble, you're not gonna go to jail or anything like that, you're not on probation or anything. Anything I would do within 5 years, I would go back for the whole time. Meaning if it was 10 or 20 years, which I was facing that kind of time with the felonies I had, I could go back for that alone. So the judge actually arraigned me, was a misdemeanor judge. He did all my charges. He waited until Dotson was sick and he had to do it, see what I'm saying? And he said, Miss Latoya, what do you want to do, Miss L? And I said, I'm just ready to go home. You know, I didn't do nothing. He said, well, we're going to get you just for the marijuana charge. You got credit for time served on that. The other charges, we're going to pass them through the files. And you can go home, you know. And they said, we're going to suspend your CDL. And I said, I'm not even driving, so I did. You want to spend spend what I got. And she, I'm not driving. You driving, you know. So I said, oh, well, just as long as I get to go home. So I didn't argue with him or anything. I just said it to the judge, just said it in my mind. I wasn't stupid. And I'm sitting in court, I'm pacing, I'm like, man, I'm just ready. Ooh, thank you, Lord. You know, I'm like, thank you, Lord. So I got back to my cell, and the girl said, what kind of time they gave you? I said, give me time going home today. What? How did you do that? Because everybody's going to jail. Everybody came back all week long. They got time. It's 99% conviction rate. Everybody, I don't care if it was for 3 months. Everybody got time. I was the only one who didn't. So that was favor shown by him. And my problem myself, I said, I can't get in no trouble, y'all. I can't get in no trouble for 5 more years. So 2023, y'all, last year, that just passed, March, I was released. I didn't get in trouble all the way to the end. I'm not trying to get in trouble. That was my first time. So don't be talking about they're not going to do me anything because this is my first time. They only going to give me some probation. Hell no. You would get time, first time or not. So the best thing to do is stay away from it. And I just got released, and I was saying the whole time, I was thanking the good Lord for that, because that was favor. You know, and my lawyer actually was like a Johnny Cochran. They was talking all that stuff, but he actually did really good, because I don't have that felony on me, y'all. I don't have any thing on my record. Everything is clear. You know, so even though I went through all of that, I actually ended up with nothing on my record. Y'all don't know how amazing that was to me. And because I do have a career and a life. So I didn't want to see that for myself. And I got released out of it March of 2023. Just got released. When I did get released from there, I didn't give a damn who it was that was out there. They gave me my card. I got my clothes on. Because at first I was panicking. I was like, why they ain't calling me to go down? They're going to call me to go down. So it wasn't a coincidence. It was meant to be. She wasn't there. She was sick. They said she had to sign off on it too. She was so sick. He went to her house. That's just how small Mississippi is. He went to her house. She signed off on it. I was able to get out that day. It was at 5 o'clock, y'all. They said, 8 o'clock, we're going to be releasing you out the doors. They came and got me. I gave my bed, because their bed, Mississippi beds, the cushion, y'all, is worn out. Mine wasn't. I had enough cushion in my bed, so the girls was begging for my bed. My mattress, that's what it is. It's a mattress they sew together out of pillowcases and sheets. And I got released, and the guy that revoked my bond, I see him soon as I get out. I said, huh. He said, how did you get out? I said, huh. That's how it goes around here. And I saw some guys in the parking lot, and I said, y'all just came for visit? Yeah, we just came to visit my little cousin. How can we help you? I said, I don't give a damn where you drop me off. Just get me away from this jail. That's just how traumatizing it was. And it tortured me. So they dropped me off at the Walmart to my fiancé. They made it here. And I made it here, and he was so little. You could tell he was stressed out from me being in jail. Actually, him and my sister worked it out together. They were staying together. Still, everything was going on. He would take the kids to daycare, and he still kept up with my books because he drove. He still was driving. He would help my sister out with the kids, and they was giving me updates, both of them. So he's a strong guy. I ended up making the right decision with that, and we actually still together. And he, when he seen me, he picked me up off the ground, off my feet. That was so, y'all just don't know, so amazing. The whole time I was at Walmart, they had a Taco Bell there. And I actually went and ate my first meal there. After being not eating correctly and not even really getting meat. You know, you're getting a substitution for your meat. I ended up eating my first meal, which was very homey to me. You just don't know. And I met a security guard, and he talked to me for a while. And he said, I wouldn't let a dog go there, and I'm from here, to that place. And every time I pass through there, and because we still drive, I say, hold y'all head up. You know, I pray for them and everything, because I know the torture you can go through in there. And I got home. Everybody was happy to see me, my mom and everything. My mom was actually out of town when I got home. And she hurried back home and got me, and she was making sure I was straight and things, and he was too. And yeah, I'm not going back. Hell no. I don't give a damn how hard you are. Jail is not a place for no one. No one. They take your freedom. They tell you when to get up, when to go to sleep, like a little child. You know, they tell you when to close your eyes. If you don't close your eyes, guess what? In Parish, in Baton Rouge, one band, one sound. The girls was making too much noise clowning at night. Guess what? We had to stand like this the whole night to 4 a.m. in the morning. From 9 to 4 a.m. in the morning by the wall. That was so hurtful and tiresome. You go through the same torture. You don't want that one person make one mistake, you are held accountable for it. And it's just a lot of things that go along with that. People tell you that, oh, I go to jail and I'm running. You don't run nothing. You're not doing nothing. You're making prison clothes, you know. You don't have the luxury of your Louis Vuitton, your Gucci's, your Prada's, your bags. You don't have the luxury of that. You're going to be wearing them Gucci towels that you done tied up and put them on as garments, you know. So that's how they go. A lot of girls were coming in from prison with big bags of things. They were just ready to go home and clean, they gain weight. They're just ready to go home. And I see some of those girls these days now, and they're back on the drugs. You know, they're not rehabilitated. So I say to the prison corporation, the state, the governor, it needs to be more rehabilitation. If it's not more rehabilitation, then it's never going to get better. It's never going to get better. And, you know, it's just horrible. It's just horrible. I don't care if you, like I say, pregnancy is the worst thing you could be in there. Some girls found out they were pregnant when they got in there because they were getting so high when they were in the streets. They didn't even know they were pregnant. So it's different things you go through. A lot of girls, I actually was sitting, it was a sad story. I was actually sitting in a cell, and I was using the phone at the court in Louisiana, in Baton Rouge, and they don't care who they give your test results in front of. If you have AIDS, it's gonna be known. And I was sitting right there, and the other one was in the next cell to me. They said, you have HIV. She just broke down. She just broke down. You know, they would cripple you. You don't find out certain things until you get in jail. And like I said, they do not hold it back. They let everyone know, really, you know. It's like a know everything. Because if you didn't want everybody to know, you know this cell doesn't have walls on it, you know. You just got bars, and you sitting up here and let me hear her business, you know. But in Mississippi, those girls are very forefront. They'll say, I have herpes. My nasty ex-husband, he gave me herpes stage 2 or whatever. They'll say it. They'll let you know, you know. Or they'll say, I got AIDS, you know, and from this and that. They'll let you know, you know. It's a sad story there. The cell that I was telling that's 21, actually, her dad's mom raised her, and when she was 12, her dad's mom died, and she was sleeping on the couch, and the dad came and injected her neck with her first shot of her heroin. That's how she got hooked. So it's like I said, it's not rehabilitation and broken homes and drugging, trauma, violence, a bad childhood. That's what leads to all of this. Yeah, girls was telling me that story because when that's why I say I was really had to get it, that I was sent there to do something. Because at the end of the day, more girls came out to me, told me their stories, told me they wanted to pray with me, told me they wanted to do the things that I was doing. And they were very sectioned off from the other girls who still wanted to be that way. By the time I left, I had, it was a girl that was really horrible. And, but by the time I left, she was on my side. She began to clean. She said, I'm not going to be gay no more. I'm not gay. I got kids at home. You know, she started breaking down to me everything that was going on. How the guy put her on heroin and she was on pills. How she, her mom and dad does, you know, cocaine and things like that. She started opening up to me. So at the end of the day, I said, I was reporting back to my fiancé. I said, I believe I've been sent here to do a job. At least if I can't get through all of them, at least one. And a couple of them I see, they got jobs, they doing good for themselves. You know, they were doing really good for themselves. And I applaud that, you know. And what really took my heart and made me wake up, and I knew I was sent to Paris, was when my classmate came in jail. That hurted my heart. She was on powder cocaine. And I never thought that for her because she played ball in school. She was a little star and everything. And about the second day, she was detoxing in the corner. She had manured all over herself. And I told her, I said, we got to hear and get you. I don't want them to do you bad. I said, I feel so sorry for you. I don't want them to do you bad. So just let me go take you to the shower. Let's clean get these clothes off you. I got an extra set. Because I had hid extra set of clothes under the bed from the guards, you know. When I be cold, I can put that on under my sheet. And we used to use cold drink bottles. Because in Paris, they give you cold drink bottles. But in Mississippi, they don't. But in Paris, you got all the cold drink bottles. In your cold drink bottles, you put water in it, hot water, and that will warm you up when they put the cell out so high, because it's like that most of the time. But when they do a script, the search of the cells, they take those from you. They used to have a garbage can full of bottles of water. But just for us not to heat ourselves, things like that, out of spite. And I said, I want them to do you dirty. I said, just come. And we only had 3 showers out of 61 people, and they all connected together. And I threw her clothes in the shower. She threw them in there. And I let the water heal them. And I took my soap and the washing powder, and I let so they couldn't smell it, because it was liquid, because she was detoxing. That's what you do in jail. When you detoxing. Here in Louisiana, they give you a detox pack. It's 2 Benadryls, Imodium, and another pill that starts with an E, estrogen or something like that. And it really helps. But they keep you on that deep by certain guards when you would come and check in, just like when I came in. You know, I wasn't on drugs and nothing, but they didn't offer me a detox pack, you know. And my relative came and asked me that. And I said, well, you know, I'm not joking. But still, they're supposed to do it as protocol, you know. And she went and got on them, you know. But that girl hadn't had a detox pack, my classmate. And that hurt in my heart. And the 3rd day, she got transferred. And I felt sorry for her. She was crying. She was saying, I can't go way up the road. And I stayed there long enough to get info on her that she was getting transferred back to Paris. And her mom would come and get her. And that really took it for me. So I knew I was there to do something. I got to get to talk to her so she could get clean. And I see her today, she's clean. Yeah. It's just a lot of experience. You will go through some experiences in jail. You will, if you're in your own county, see other people that you know, that you grew up with. Even people that are younger than you. One of my nieces was in there. But guess what she was? She was my guard. You see? So that was and she had to do her job. You know, when she came in there, take your damn feet off the bunk. You know, things like that. My own niece, I wanted to whoop her ass. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wanted to whoop her ass. I told I sent word through my mom, my brother, her own dad. I said, when I get out of jail, you tell her she got an ass whooping coming. But at the end of the day, I understand. Well, she transferred now. She's an FBI agent, a federal agent. Karma came back to her. You know, she's not in her right mind. Things she's seen in that jail, it messed her up. And now she's a federal agent. She can't live in Baton Rouge anymore. She stayed in Dallas, you know. And it's just horrible. Jail would do it if you're a guard and you don't believe in doing dirty work. Well, don't be a guard, because they all participate in that dirty work. You might have one that don't, but believe you me, he or she have. When my niece became a guard, my brother told her, that means you're gonna lie on people. And you are. You are, because you could come in on a shift and your first team already done lied on them, so you're taking their side. So you lied. You know, you pick sides in jail. Whether you're the free man or the locked up one. You take sides in jail, prison. And they could say, we control this, we do that. No, you guys don't. No, you don't. It's ranking in jail. If you have the money, one guard told me in Parish, oh, if you got the money, I could do anything. They get cell phones in there and everything. Just like in the streets. Jail is nothing but another world, but it just costs more. Yeah. It's a free ride to hell. That's what I call it.